What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. So I know it's been a minute since I've actually posted a video on this channel. I want to apologize other than the O-Light. If you'd like to pick up an O-Light, I'll link an affiliate link in the description below. Go click that link and go check out O-Light. They make pretty good lights. I've never had an issue with one, but that'll be in the description below. But I actually did shoot a video yesterday, I think it was, with my new Canon camera. And I had an issue because I haven't got my computer yet, went on vacation. I hadn't had a chance to go get a new computer, so I had a way to download it or upload it to my phone, and it wouldn't upload. So I'm doing another video today, not the same one I did yesterday, but this is about my carry guns and how I have them set up and how I carry them. So let me get the camera turned around and we'll talk about how I carry on a daily basis. Okay, so here is my setup, and I don't carry this a lot. This is actually a Dynamic Weapon Solutions custom Glock. I do still need to have the frame done, but other than that, everything else is custom on this gun. They did an amazing job. Go check out Dynamic Weapon Solutions. If you'd like to have a slide cut or buy one of their slides, this thing is awesome. All right. But I'll show you why that's out here in just a second. So, what I actually carried today was my Sig P365. And I actually carry this in a Tungsten Tactical holster. This is actually my favorite rig for appendix carry. And if you don't think I carry it, look at the wear on the back of this. I carry this thing all the time. And this is exactly the way I set this up. I have a 12 round mag over here, and then I use my gun on this side with a flush fit mag. It's easier to conceal that way. You still have 10 rounds plus one, and then this basically just sits level with the top of the gun, and it just makes everything feel symmetrical on your body. Now, I did clear the actual weapon inside. I do carry, I believe these are 147 grain Federal HST bullets, both magazines. But I do love this holster. This thing is amazingly comfortable for an appendix holster, and this is one of the only appendix holsters I found that is just, that I can wear for a long period of time and it doesn't bother me. But there is something I did to this P365 that you may not have thought about. I actually put a TLR6, which a lot of people do that, but if you'll notice, I stippled mine on the top and on the bottom. That way, when I get a purchase on the gun, I have a place right here that I can really lock my hand in because it's stippled, and a place right here that I can really lock my thumb in because it's stippled. And it doesn't matter which side I'm on, it's the same feeling on both sides. And I don't know what made me think about doing that, but that works great. If you have one of these on a firearm, I highly suggest stippling these two sides and this bottom. It's awesome. I'd still run the laser on this. I don't like lasers, but I never turned it off because the battery life is the same with it on or with it off. I do plan on buying one of the new Surefire lights that they came out specifically for this handgun. Hopefully I can get one of these holsters to fit that light when I do get it, because it is way brighter than this. I'm thinking that light is something like 300 lumens or something, and this one's only 100 lumens. But for a small, compact carry gun, this thing is amazing, and I've never had a malfunction out of this. I know some of the early ones had malfunctions, but mine has never had a single issue since I've owned it. Now, I don't have 2,000 or 3,000 rounds through it. I've probably got 600 or 800 rounds through it, but 600 or 800 rounds without a malfunction is actually good enough for me. So this is actually one of my primary carry guns in this appendix holster. I don't ever carry this at the 4 o'clock position. I only carry this appendix. Now next, if I'm going to carry at 4 o'clock, that is where my Glock 19 comes in, and I carry it in a Stealth Gear vent core holster. These are the only two holster companies that I use, Tungsten Tactical and Stealth Gear. Go check them out. Great people. I was actually asked at one time to be the brand ambassador for stealth gear. They wanted me to sign a non-disclosure agreement. It was early on in my YouTube career or life or whatever you want to call it. I wasn't sure how all that worked. That made me a little nervous because I'd heard about people having lawsuits against them and stuff with non-disclosure agreements. So I declined that. But I still love these holsters. They're still great people. We didn't have any harsh words or anything like that. It's just that made me a little nervous, so I declined. But I have a lot of both these holsters. And 4 o'clock position, I highly recommend the Stealth Gear Hybrid Vent Core. And for appendix, I highly recommend Tungsten Tactical. Now in this holster, I carry a Glock 19 Gen 5. This one does have the half moon cutout in the front. I have the Gen 5 with the front serrations. It does not have the cutout, but I haven't got enough rounds through that pistol yet to trust it. I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine. I've never really had many malfunctions with a Glock or anything like that, but that doesn't mean that Glock can't have malfunctions because it may have been that 19 I was talking about that I had to send a magazine back because it wouldn't load right. You could load so many rounds in it and start to unload it and the rounds would get stuck in the magazine. I had to send it back to Glock and they sent me a brand new magazine. So just because it says it's a Glock or whatever doesn't mean that you won't have some kind of issues. So make sure you test it out before you carry any firearm. Now the Sig has stock night sights. I do have the Ameriglow Spartans on this 19 in particular, and I do run an M-Force APL-C. I love this light. I really do love this light. It's amazing. I wish it was a little brighter, but the controls and everything are perfect on this thing. I don't have any different triggers or anything like that in these. Everything is stock except for the sights and the light. And that is exactly what I carry at the 4 o'clock position. Also 147 grain Federal HSTs. Now, if you look at the bottom of this holster, you'll notice it has a cutout right here. And that is why I brought this out. Every once in a while, I'll carry this. And when I do, I can't put it in there because it has the light on it. But you can see it has the threaded barrel, and the threaded barrel has to have somewhere to come out. Well, it used to be like this all the way across, so I had to cut this little notch in here so that the threaded barrel could actually stick through that hole. So that is why it has that little notch right there, and that's why I actually put this or brought this out here to show you as well. Now, when I carry the Glock 19, I also use a Tungsten Tactical dual mag pouch, and these also have 147 HSTs in it. And I carry 2 magazines spare when I carry the Glock. Only 1 magazine spare when I carry the Sig. And I don't know why that is, but this thing just kind of hides away. These belt retention, they have some spring to them, and when you put this thing on, you don't even really notice it's there. I know that's kind of hard to believe, but that's true. When I have this dual mag pouch on, I don't even really notice I have it on. And that's the way it is with these holsters in general. I don't really even notice I'm wearing these holsters, and that's why I use these holsters, because the gun you are going to carry is the one that is going to be comfortable. If it's not comfortable, a lot of times you'll leave it at home. So make sure you find a holster. You can try both these, or you can try whatever brand is good for you. As long as it's comfortable and you'll actually carry it, that's the holster you need to use. If your holster is not comfortable, keep looking until you find one. A holster is one of the most important parts of your kit because, like I said, if it's not comfortable, you're more than likely to leave it at home than if it was comfortable. Now, you'll notice these right here, they don't come stock on Stealth Gear holsters. These are actually C-clips that I buy separate from Alien Gear. Yeah, I hodgepodge everything to make it exactly what I want. I take concealed carry very seriously. And when I seen these, I knew my belt wouldn't come out of these. And clips like this sometimes can fail. I don't worry about that as much with this, with the wing, because it's really pushed against your body. I don't use much tension on this. You can see there's not a lot of tension. I don't use a lot of tension on that. But with a 4 o'clock position, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have any issues with that. So I use these C-clips. I have a ton of these. I ordered tons of these things from Alien Gear. Don't even know if they still make these or not. I hope they do. In case I ever buy another holster, I can just buy more clips. But I use these on all my Stealth Gear holsters. I do swap those out. So there it is. That is my carry system from day to day. Now, I don't know how to tell you what days I choose to carry appendix versus 4 o'clock. That varies from day to day. Sometimes I just get up and I'm like, well, I feel like carrying appendix today. That just seems like it would be more comfortable for me today, and I carry appendix. And some days I get up and I'm like, I don't feel like carrying appendix today, and I carry it at 4 o'clock. Very seldom do I change my setup here from these two guns. Like I said, I used to carry this some more than I do now. That's why I cut that out. But mainly it is the Gen 5 and the 365 from day to day. Do I recommend switching from appendix to 4 o'clock? I don't know. I've not had a problem with it. I've never had to use my firearm, thank goodness, in a self-defense situation. I hope I never do. I hope you never have to either if you're watching this video. But muscle memory helps a lot in your draw stroke. And if I'm carrying appendix today and 4 o'clock tomorrow, could that mess me up? I guess it's possible. I'm pretty cognizant of where my firearm is on me at all times, so I don't think it would, but until you're in that situation, I'm not sure. So would it be better for me to just carry appendix all the time? Maybe. Or 4 o'clock all the time? Maybe. But I don't do that. From day to day, I just feel like carrying one or the other. And today, I felt like carrying appendix. Yesterday, I felt like carrying at 4 o'clock. So it varies, and I don't know how to tell you why, rhyme, or reason which way I decide to do that. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.